Yo.
Oh boy, it's Tech Back Trey and Jay. Oh man, I'm gonna say this is one of my official struggle streams. Have you heard of it before?
Yeah. Hey man, sometimes it's like that. Like, you literally you're like, hey, what else can happen? And then you say it jokingly and then something else does happen. It's crazy. But we made it.
We looks like we made it, man. Sorry, Instagram. I had you and then I lost you, and I was trying to get you back, but I couldn't get you back. IG, so I apologize. Normally, for those that are on YouTube or LinkedIn, or if you're on another streaming platform, however that you can get connected to us here, it's great. We're excited. Normally, we do this on IG. So,
Yeah.
long story short, we tried to basically do it in a way that would get IG, YouTube, LinkedIn all together. And right now we are having some struggles getting into well, getting into IG. So we have to figure that out later. But if you are with us right now, go ahead and put in the comment section below. I want to see where you're at. I already saw Scott tuning in. He was like, "Bro, Trey and Joseph on together. Let me look up on this." And so I appreciate you, Scott, all the time,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, man, this is gonna be a lot of fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun. If you have not followed us on IG, again, we've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, almost
Yep.
over a month,
Yep.
I would say. Yeah, so we've been doing this for a while, and it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. What are your thoughts on everything that's been transpiring?
Yeah, and what? And today or just us streaming and stuff?
Us streaming in general, yeah, just
Oh
having
yeah,
just having
man. No,
a
it's
conversation.
dude, this has been fun for me, man. Every week just to hop on and talk about different subjects. What we went around the scope, right? A little bit. Today will be a little more specified on a little topic here that's happened within this past week. But yeah, I've been enjoying it, bro. I've been enjoying talking to you. I've been enjoying the people tuning in and asking questions and stuff like that. It's been fun, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, so I agree. It's been a lot of fun. And shout out to Scott, shout out to Paris, who's in the building. Paris is faithful. She's been in almost every every single one we had. She like had to go to class and do stuff, and but she's always tuning in. So she's good
Yeah,
people for sure. Man,
always.
and what I'm going to do is we're gonna have it where later on, if you're joining us on YouTube, even if you're joining us on LinkedIn, I'm gonna probably bring you put a little bit of a our URL in there so you could click on the link and you could kind of join us to be part of the show. If you feel like your background's not that great, if you feel like you don't look the best that you want to look, that's fine. Just make sure your camera is off. But we'll bring you in so you can join the conversation and talk about what we're looking to talk about today. And if that sounds good for you, let us know in the chat. What's up, Lionel? Let us know in the chat. And in fact, what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to bring y'all up on so people can see it. Everything is slow for me today. Computer's slow. I don't know what's going on right now, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
If you
But
like,
yeah,
if you
so
like me, if you like me, it's probably because you got a lot of links up. I like to have a billion tabs up.
yeah, no. I took them almost all of them down. I was like, yeah, this is not going to work today. Struggle stream to the extreme. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, I got one right here that I could take down. Let me do that because struggle streaming is
I,
not
I
for
mean,
it's not for me.
listen, I'll be honest. I Right now I have over 100 tabs open. Just being real.
Oh boy. You know why? Because I feel like if I click out of it, I'm gonna lose it forever. I'm gonna lose it for real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm
And
gonna lose it.
here,
So that's
but
why I do it.
but here, bro. But here's the craziest part. I got all the literally, I have all the stuff that you can think of. Like, oh, have the tabs, and then in the tabs you have all your the groups of tabs together. You got the little folders at the top that have all the tabs you can think of. They're in there. I just can't seem to hit that X button though. Like, you know what I mean? Andre, what's up, man? I just can't
Good
seem to
job.
hit that
Jay
X.
in the house.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
one of these days, one of these days. I know. Don't judge me.
No man. I mean, hey, if he's judging you, he's judging me too. Because I'm the exact same way. At work, it's almost embarrassing. Like you know how you have to share your screen at work. Well, for us, what we do when we do trainings, we share our gong calls and things like that nature. And so I make it a purpose to literally take my particular call off of the regular browser, have it stand alone. So when I'm sharing my screen, they don't see the gazillion of the
Every
text.
time.
I mean, it's there for a reason, y'all. It's there for a reason. I
Every
promise.
time.
I promise. Oh well, we had some things, some news over the weekend. Actually, it's been about a week or so. A week ago, or a little bit longer than that, actually, in regards to this situation that came up on my radar. Shout out to the Godfather, I guess the Godfather for us all, Cyrus Harbin, because he brought this up, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna take any time to really kind of dive into this because I know we're gonna talk on Monday. I'm not taking any time to dive into this until we get on Monday, so I could kind of start reading and have an honest reaction to whatever it is that he's talking about. And if you did not know what he was talking about, he was talking about the cyber attacks in Las Vegas. Man,
Hmm.
Trey, did you know about this before I told you about it?
Nah, bro.
I'm
I
about, to,
didn't.
I'm about to share my screen
No,
here so
no.
y'all can
Normally I am.
see what
Normally
he's
I
talking
am
about.
up on it. Because I'll have like my email where I get my news, the morning brew, and all that stuff. But bro, uh, I didn't even see this. I didn't see this. I've been moving and grooving this whole weekend and stuff. So, but I
Yeah,
missed
this
it,
this situation, when I took a brief look at it right before we got on, is wild. I wanted to give an honest reaction to it, but if y'all didn't know, like I'm gonna just read it verbatim, and we're gonna basically kind of look at this together, family. Everybody that's watching, we're gonna look at this together, man. Two Vegas casinos fell victim to cyber attacks, shattering the image of impenetrable casino security. Man, a persistent error message greeted Dulce Martinez on Monday as she tried to access her casino rewards account to book accommodations for upcoming business trip. That's odd, she thought, and then she toggled over to Facebook to search for clues about the issue on a group for MGM Resorts international loyalty members. Get this. There, she learned about the largest casino owner in Las Vegas had fallen victim to cybersecurity breach. Now, let me skip down here to the numbers here. She said now she's been greeted by four new transactions that she did not recognize, charges that said increase with each transaction from $9.99 to $46. Then she canceled the credit cards. But listen, y'all, this gets serious, man. I was speeding through this. You know, they were literally holding information for ransom, like these hackers. Like I
bro.
think the number was 15 million. And this is not just this is affecting a lot of different things in their particular industry. And so, like, we always talk about tech and tech jobs and what jobs secure. I can tell you for without a shadow of a doubt, with the little knowledge that I know, that cybersecurity will definitely be secure because the need is there. How much
Bro.
money do they lose? Trey, anything you want to add to this conversation about that?
Yeah, bro. Like this stuff is crazy, man. Real quick though, before I actually have any kind of ads on, bro, do you be gambling?
I don't, and I'm
Okay,
glad I don't
okay.
at this particular point. My
I
name,
know,
I heard social security numbers, all this pertinent information was
bro.
was
They got it
according
all.
to they got it all,
They got it all,
and that's the scary part is like if this is something that is a part of like your world, um, and you are heavily in this, then yeah, they got you, and that's
yeah.
it's very sad to say.
You've been had. Yeah, no, I don't really I don't gamble either, man. I've been to a casino before and like I don't know. I'm the guy that I come in, I got like 20, 40 bucks and I have a good little time with my 20 or 40 bucks. And once that's done, I'm behind somebody's shoulder looking at and cheering them on because you're not about to get all my money. That's for sure. But yeah, bro, this is crazy, man. Because when you think about like, okay, you think about these names that they hit. Like when you think about those names, you're not thinking that's probably the last thing that you'll think about, that these guys will get hit with some cybersecurity stuff. But what it did, it really opened my eyes up to let me know, like, oh, this is serious. Like, as we continue on in this world, right, and on our journeys, as the years go by, like, cybersecurity is going to be, it's like a major deal because everything is gone digital. Everything is like your whole life is on this thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
literally. So as more and more people trust online and trust this digital space, it's just setting up for this type of stuff to happen unless companies are investing heavily, like top dollar, into the top security, into the top people in the space that can really help stop their company from getting hacked. And yeah, with that comes, hey, like you said earlier, more job security and more just people who realize, like, oh, if I learn this skill, right, if I get great at this thing, I can literally, charge my price. Because I mean, just think about it. If you with this, you said they were holding 15 million for ransom.
Oh, I was
Is
wrong.
that what it was?
I
What
was
was it?
wrong.
30?
Yeah.
I see it right here. Yeah, so on the
I
screen, they're
actually,
holding
I,
for
I
30
just saw it,
million.
and this is
I
for the
get
attack on
I
Caesars.
guarantee. Yeah, bro. So I
Oh,
guarantee Caesars, if they had somebody who could have stopped this, right? That had the foresight to, like, hey, the system that y'all have right now, somebody can get it and they're gonna take everything. Pay me $1 million and I'll build something for you that's impenetrable, right? If they had the foresight to do that, I guarantee they'll pay that mill in a split second, rather than trying to pay back this 30 M's, or try and give up this 30 M's plus all the information that's been stolen already.
yeah,
Because a
yeah.
lawsuit is coming after that. If you have my info,
Woo!
I mean, unfortunately, they don't have my info, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, okay, where's this group lawsuit coming? Because I would need to be in it.
Yeah, Scott actually put in the comment section below. He said that's just like the hospitals that have been hit previously. They got patients,
Yeah,
employees' information, held for ransom. These hackers are not playing around.
bro.
And we gotta get like a couple steps ahead of them. Like it's crazy when you think about it. It really is. But that is the world that we're living in, and it really is one of those things where you have to really kind of adapt to it. There's another article here talking about Caesar and MGM, and it just basically puts them on a microphone. Like imagine how they feel at the casino afterwards with this happening. They're like, listen, we who is the biggest and brightest around us? We need to grab them right now because
And
this
guess
is
what?
uh,
Those people get to name their price right now.
that's exactly what's happening. It says right
Like,
here the pair
literally.
of hacks has put a spotlight on the computer defenses of the multi-billion-dollar casino and hospitality business in Las Vegas, which are ripe targets for criminals to extort. And it's sad. It's sad. This is what CNN business. So if you're looking to get into a particular field right now,
Hey,
it would have to be cybersecurity. It would have to be this,
nah, for
because
real, man. These
this is
guys,
this is
like Operation Tech Takeover said, bro, they're not really playing. Like, I sometimes sit and watch. I don't know if you ever seen it, Joseph. There's this a few guys on YouTube, and they basically they scam the scammers, right? So,
Mhm.
like, they get on the phone with these people who scam, like, elderly and all these people out of their money just through the phone. You know how they get this information and they
Yeah.
just clean out bank accounts and stuff. Well, these guys, they get on the phone with them, and while they're talking and while the scammer is trying to get their information, they're already hacked into their computer system wherever they are, and they're destroying stuff. They're deleting files. They're taking money out of their accounts. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm sitting here like, bro,
Mm.
if these guys can do this, and they're the good guys, right? Like these guys are doing this to try and stop people from getting scammed, to try and shut down these big scam houses and companies that do this type of stuff. But it's like, these are the good guys, bro. Like, there easily is somebody out here who can do this, but with a negative intent in their mind, man. And so, I mean, yeah, having the top defenses, that you can is going to be extremely important as we continue on now, man.
It's going to be very important. It's going to be very important. And so, um, feel free if and again, I'm having a live reaction to this. I know Trey, you looked into this a little bit before, but if you have any like, oh, actually, let me go to this real quickly here. you already know. This is what Scott said. You already know that if they release the records back, a backup copy is made to put on the dark web. Absolutely, there's no
Bruh.
guarantee that even if they release the information back, that everything's good and gravy. In fact, most likely it's not.
Cause
Most
this
likely it's
ain't, bro, this ain't the movies, man. This is real life. Like he
real
said,
life.
easily they got the backup. It's already on the dark web. I'm just trying to get double up with the money. So they about to get paid on the front and the back end, right?
Oh yeah.
I got the information. Let me put it on the dark web real quick, sell all this information, but then I'm gonna give you back on a silver platter, like I ain't do nothing with it for the 30 M's. Yeah, right. Well, I know y'all
It
still got it.
it could be literally, and I'm not trying to be funny with this, but it could be Christmas for them. They could just do it again and again and again, if there's not proper procedures in place. So I would love to talk to somebody that's in the cybersecurity realm. Michael says you
For
have to make
real.
sure hard assets. You have to make sure to hard assets to complement what in your portfolios or security is definitely secure. Yeah, secure for the future. That's absolutely true. Like I think we talk about it's two careers that I kind of look at and say, yeah, this is going to be needed no matter what. Tech sales because you need somebody to sell the software. AI. I'm back.
Oh, bro. I thought you had put me in a back room or something, bro.
No,
I bet they were like, man, Trey ain't saying nothing. I was like, oh, he must have accidentally hit a button, put me in the back room
that
real quick. He'll put me back up. That's crazy.
I'm laughing. Today is a struggle streaming day. This doesn't happen ever really. But anyway, as I was saying though, this is like it's crazy though because like Michael said, like this is really the time where a lot of like people are trying to get into tech and trying to figure out what it is. I always say there's two ones: tech sales, and the other one honestly is cybersecurity. I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely others that are secure probably, but cybersecurity, man, if this doesn't show you that cybersecurity is in demand, I don't know what would. I really wouldn't know what would.
Yeah, because
But
I
yeah,
mean,
like
you're talking about companies who more than likely, right? Like when you think about top of your industry and top of your space, like normally those are the people, the guys and girls who have access to like the top of the top, the newest technology off the rip, right? This is where those type of companies go first because they're the top people. So hey, we're gonna give you a crack at this software and this information first before anybody else. So knowing that and knowing that they still got like this is it's a wide open space. So there are companies who they're cybersecurity companies who are coming up, they're every day, every week looking to be those guys and girls. And yeah, if you can get in at a company that is literally doing this every day. This is what they do. It not only is it a space to really have a secure spot, but I mean to cash in as well. Because also, I mean, these companies have to pay a lot of money to be able to keep this information secure.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But listen, y'all, I'm going to put it into the chat right now. If you're still tuning in here, to feel free. If you want to join the conversation and join the call, I'm actually going to put it up here. You don't have to put your camera on or anything like that. So don't worry about that. If you feel like, hey, I ain't looking my best, that's all right. Jesus loves you still. What we're trying to do is just kind of get some people's thoughts on this subject matter. So go ahead and feel free to join the conversation here. And because I would love to hear from you, I'd love to see, hear what it is that your thoughts on the subject, and hear back from you. So go ahead if you have any questions, join the conversation. The link I just posted it in StreamYard on LinkedIn for StreamYard. If you'll just pop up here, and if you want, you can have your camera on. If you don't, that's totally fine. But we're gonna keep the conversation rolling right now, and talking about all the different subjects that we're talking about. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is in regards to this. Now, let me ask you this. I'm trying to figure out what roles would, and this is something I could probably look into right now. Like, what roles specifically would they be looking for? I'm thinking SOC analyst. I'm thinking, all these different things. What roles do you think they'll be looking in for somebody to fit in for this particular
Yeah,
field?
I mean that's literally one that popped up in my head.
Yeah,
Literally, stock analyst. Yeah, man. And plus, I mean, look, obviously there are more, but if you're looking for, if you're talking about someone who's looking to get in, that's probably um, I mean, outside of help desk, that's probably like one of the more easier spots for you to kind of get your footing and get set up.
yeah, yeah. It's I'm actually looking at Glassdoor right now for MGM Resorts international cybersecurity
What they
jobs.
what they talking about?
Uh, I'm trying to see what they have right now. That they would need, but it's a mixture of software engineer and security officer. So I'm not too sure if Glassdoor knows exactly what they need either. But it's just kind of funny that I'm just laughing at the fact like I can imagine this is like a mad scramble. You know what I mean? In
Oh,
so many
bro,
different ways.
they're in shambles right now. I'm sure. Like everybody's scrambling. Everybody's because you don't know. I mean, you don't know the magnitude of what they can do. I mean, that's just one lady who said, what she had charges from $9 to $46, like 4 charges.
Yeah,
Well, like that's one times how many millions of people information that they had. Like, I mean, they could have really did some damage.
yeah.
Because
And with that
again,
being
I
said,
mean, this is not a movie. Like this is real life. So, you think
this is
about
real
like,
life.
oh, yeah, oh, hey, they got 10 million people's different information and personal information, and they just took $1 out of everyone's account and they got away with 10 million and they're good to go. Like, no, they're probably trying to get as much as they can out of these people's bank accounts. And um, hopefully, well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that, but you know, if they had credit cards on file or whatever they have, then that might be the best outcome because then at least you can just have them tell the company like, "Hey, that wasn't me." They'll put that money back on your account, and then they'll go fight for their money, but it doesn't harm your bank account. If that's your bank account, who knows when you'll get that money back, right? So, um, it's not the best situation right there.
Yeah, and actually, I put up something there from Michael that said penetration testers, they are ethical hackers. Yep, who are hired to simulate cyber attacks on an organization's system to uncover vulnerabilities between malicious hackers. Before malicious hackers can exploit them. Yeah, pen testers, red team, blue
Yeah,
team. Get everybody together to really kind of find ways. Purple team, get people together to really kind of exploit whatever issues that are there, and so that way later on, they're pretty much ready to go. Uh,
yeah. Get
Emmanuel
on one of
said no.
those teams.
No IG today. I'm sorry, E. We really were trying to be on there, but technical difficulties. We were trying to do all three, and all of a sudden, last minute, for whatever reason, it's not going through. I even had to take off my camera because I had some technical issues with that too. But yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Raul. Yes, Raul said this is a company I have looked at and applied to that's in cybersecurity, and recently got 70 million in funding last month. I think it's a rocket ship to the moon. Maybe not meant for me, but for somebody else. Indoor Labs.
Yo,
So Indoor Labs. Raul's checking out. Thank you for dropping that gem there.
yeah.
Thank you for
What's up,
dropping that
Raul?
gem.
What's up? That's my guy right
Yeah.
there. But yeah,
Nice.
man. I mean, look at that. That's $70 million in funding to get that joint off the ground and build it and go. And
Yeah.
it's because, bro, it's like it's going forward. These are the people, like these are the company and the individuals who are in charge of like your entire life, really, depending
Yeah.
on where you shop and how you move, right? Like your information can get took, and then you're out of there.
Yes.
So,
Taken.
yeah, yeah, they rather throw this money to these companies and individuals up front to secure that, to save them, all the headaches and everything that these, that Caesars and MGM is going through right now. You don't want those
Yeah.
type of headaches as a company or publicity, right? Like that's bad. That's bad publicity right there. That's not what you want.
Yeah. That exactly. And I was thinking about it too. Who would be the right type of people to, let's say, transition into this field that is really needed for most of the I was talking to somebody that I know that they actually took the SOC analyst course with Leveled Careers, and they really liked it. But one of the things that I realized in the particular field, and please, anybody that has experience, please correct me on this, but that they really want people that have an IT background, even if you have taken a cybersecurity course. They want people that have that IT background, so to understand computers and things of that nature, and be able to kind of really speak to the issues that they have.
Yeah,
Because,
for
and
sure.
so like, I mean, and I would love to hear from somebody that is either working in the field. I actually had Scott on, and I lost you, Scott. So Scott, if you can jump back on,
Hop back
um,
on, Scott.
hop back on, Scott. I'm going to put you on to join the conversation because I love when you talk and share your opinion. So feel free to jump on. Anybody else wants to jump on? I did put the link in there for the StreamYard. So go ahead and let me put that back in there. Feel free to hop on here and join the conversation. And if you have any questions, but yeah, so like, so I would, so from my little knowledge, because again, this is not my area
Right.
of expertise or whatever, but really having that background in IT and then transitioning into a tech sales position, or not tech sales, a cybersecurity position would be ideal for people that are making that transition. And so I would definitely, this is an area where I'm like, man, in interested in you would be interested in selling in this field. Like if you're in the tech sales field, like
I mean,
selling
dude,
cybersecurity
yeah.
software.
Yeah, because I mean, you understand, like, especially if you like, it's one thing or one type of conviction, right? If you're talking about the selling side, right? It's one type of conviction to like, hey, I know this can help, I know this, but like somebody who has actually experienced like having their information stolen
Yeah.
and the type of damage that it can be done, to your account, to your family, like all this different stuff, like there's a different type of conviction that come with that. So if you're somebody who has had that experience and you're like, yo, um, and you're also happen to be like in the tech sales field and things like that, there's a different type of conviction that can come through the phone and through the conversation that can
Hmm.
really show like, yo, do you really need, like, your company needs this. But yeah, I mean, just to go back to your question earlier, man, who would probably be good for this, like I always like to say too, like when you're in cybersecurity on certain teams, man, you get paid to be nosy. Like
Yeah.
if you're somebody who enjoys being all up in the business, like this is a you know what I mean, this is a space where you can get paid to be nosy, man. Like
The
you know,
visual, the visual. When he said it, the visual I had is of somebody sitting on the porch. When the neighbors are fighting, they get the popcorn. They're just
yeah,
like,
like for it start off and by the way, you always know those neighbors that their blinds always jacked up because they always in them, right? So it starts off, they look through the blind, they saw all the commotion and they're like, oh yeah, let me go and pop this popcorn, and then they then they had to go ahead and hop out on that porch, man. They got to hop out on the porch and listen in, and then as
yeah,
soon as it's over, next thing you know, they're on the phone calling the other neighbor down the street. That's cold as ice. But yeah, if that's you, look, cybersecurity could be the spot for you because you're getting paid to be nosy, getting paid to dig and try and break stuff, man.
yeah. I wanted to go to this comment real quickly from Emmanuel,
Yeah,
who says, "Again, on red team, you have to have deep computer knowledge." And then he also mentioned that you don't need too much knowledge needed for blue team. Hey, if this is something that you have experience on, Emmanuel or Manny, I don't know which one you prefer. Feel free to jump on, and we'll definitely have you on the show.
yeah, hop in,
Trey,
fam.
Scott was laughing at you. So I try to get on, fam, but I'm getting an echo on my end, and it's killing me. Oh, you're getting an echo. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. All right. So if you have
Oh,
headphones, oh, let me just mention that if you have headphones when you jump on, that'd be ideal because that really helps with that echo. So yeah, definitely feel free to jump on. And we're just having a conversation about the particular subject here. She just said that sounds like fun to me.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Felicia. Like,
She's like,
I know it's some women out there that, hey, y'all would be amazing in the cyberspace. Okay, not
that's
saying that
funny.
y'all are nosy. I'm not saying that, but I'm
There's
saying
some men too.
y'all
I'm gonna put
y'all
in
know
there
how
as
to
well.
get to y'all know how to get down to the bottom of it. Is what I'm saying, and
That's
that's
true.
that's what they're needed. That's what they need.
A lot of Nancy Drews, a lot of Harry boys out there, party boys out there, trying to like, yep. You have to be investigative. Yeah, I read that they got DA and GA on all the instances. They were just sitting watching. Wow, wow,
Mm,
wow, 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 wow. It's serious. It's serious in these streets. It's serious in these streets for sure.
that's not a
So,
spot you want to be in. Somebody's getting fired after this, by the way, too. I don't.
why is it doing this to me? Today's the day. Like Siri's trying to get in the conversation. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to talk to y'all, and then Siri's here, like, yo, yeah, 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 this, and that. But anyway, man, yeah, this is something that we could talk about. So if you're not familiar with what we do, we literally go on IG Live every Monday and we have conversations similar to this, but we have conversations about life and everything in between. Like when I had the Ramsey Hunt syndrome and this side was pretty much like this. I took a break and I was able to kind of like be able. Oh, we just talked about it really. We talked
Yeah,
about everything. So yeah,
my boy is
definitely.
back.
Yeah, I'm back now. I'm a lot better. A lot of medication. A lot of medication. But I got my smile back. And then he said, I don't have too much knowledge in that field. My younger brother is the one for this topic. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Well, definitely, I'm going to bring him on next time, and hopefully, we'll be on IG as well, so you don't have to move too far.
Yeah, because
But yeah,
that was good info. Like, if you've always been on the computer game, like, you understand a lot about that and how it works. Yo, was the red team. The red team might be best for you. If you're
yeah,
new to the industry, you knew, but you understand, like, yo, I like being nosy. I like trying to figure it out, get to the bottom of stuff. Then and you're willing to try it, then the blue team, that might be where you need to start right there. So that
oh
was
man,
still good info, Emmanuel. Appreciate that.
yeah. I'm not the nosy neighbor who's like, what's wrong with it? Oh
Blinds
man,
jacked up.
blinds are messed up. Well, my blinds are messed up because of my children. they, they, they
I
just they
will
just
say
they
they
find a
can
way.
they can they can destroy some blinds, man.
And children are nosy too, man. I'm just throwing them in there. She's knocking on our door. What are you doing in there? I am making the bed. What's going on with you?
Messing up everything.
Yo, and Rebecca says, "Hey y'all, hey
Hey,
Rebecca, how you
Rebecca,
doing?
what's up?
Uh, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. So, man, I say let's kick it for the next few minutes because normally we just kind of shoot the breeze on IG. We shoot the breeze on
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing. So if you guys again want to join the conversation or have anything you want to ask or talk about, feel free to put it in the comment section below. And also, if you want to join the stream, go ahead and go to the link there, and you can join the stream. I'll put you on. If you don't feel like you're dressed or ready to be on screen, that's not a problem. You can just take the camera off. So we got Scott back with the headphones. Scott is in the house.
Hey,
What's up, brother?
what up, Scott?
Oh, you're muted. No, you're muted by
What's
the way.
going
My
Yeah,
guy
there
on,
you
right
go.
man?
there.
How you
What's
doing?
happening?
I'm good. What's up?
Oh, much, nothing much, man.
All right, all right.
Can
So
you hear me
yeah,
now?
say that again.
Make sure you-
Oh, it did get low though.
No, just make sure you can hear me. You said I was muted the StreamYard.
Oh, it just seems like it's a little low. So I can hear you, but it's
Yeah,
low.
just a little bit. No worries, no
But
worries.
I think
What we're gonna
while
do
while
is
he's getting it together though, I think you had a comment up there. We missed it.
Is that better?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was from Grizz. Grizz was saying, I've been trying to get a homegirl of mine to get into info security. I believe that was infosec. Her OSI and T on a million when get motivated. She's got dummy accounts and all that.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see, like literally, man. Like it's people out here. They got the fensters and they know how to use them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you should keep motivating her. She will hopefully turn the corner soon. I mean,
Show show us some of those salaries over there. That might get her to move, make some action.
yeah, man. Try again, Scott. Let's see if we get you back on when the time is right. Limit for 1 hour. Well, you know what? That's actually somebody said it has a limit for like 1 hour. I heard that's fine with us because we normally clock out at 1
That's
hour.
about.
Yeah, my kids talk about holding ransom. My kids are holding me ransom for an hour. They're like, "You got an hour, Dad, and we gonna get you." I'll hear that.
And they come knocking. Yeah, they come knocking.
They come knocking, and they use the littlest baby as a tribute. Like, yeah, baby, change diaper. Family loves me though. That's cool. But yeah. There was something I was gonna say and I forgot. Scott, let's try you again. Let's try you again and see if the echo's still there.
No, it's still about the same. Still about the same. Maybe have your audio go through the laptop or through your computer, and then like the mic, and then you'll have your other one you can have go through your headphones. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take you off, but come back on when that starts work. Once you get that worked out, and we'll definitely take it from there. But yeah, if you want to jump on, we're gonna be like I said earlier, I'm held ransom. I only got an hour left. I don't know, 15 minutes left, and then it's over for me. Yeah, I think he was using a Bluetooth mic. Is it a Bluetooth mic you're using, Scott? You can shake your head if you.
He probably is.
Maybe using a Bluetooth mic, but no worries.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you talking a lot. Why don't you just jump on as well?
Should have hopped on, man. Should have hopped on.
Yeah, we can just talk about anything like any tech related stuff right now. Mainly we talk about tech sales, but you can talk about anything else like that in related field. Yeah, man. This weekend, I'm going to go, we talk about tech, life, and everything in between. This weekend was good, man. I was talking to you about a subject that if y'all are married, and this is probably going to be for the married men in here or those that are in a relationship, date days. I know we talk about date nights, but date days are beautiful, man. Shameless plug, Day Use. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it actually provides and basically, I'm getting knocks already. It actually provides like an opportunity for you to use a hotel for the day. And I was like, you know what? My wife is doing her master's and all sorts of stuff. She's homeschooling the kids. I'm like, she's stressed out. Let me take her out for a date. And it was actually kind of cool, man. We just went to a different part of our state, dropped up the kids to the family before we left, and we spent a day together. And it was enjoyable. Like, just going out, trying something, having great conversation. And so, side note, I want to encourage y'all to think about doing date days, whether it's a Saturday or Sunday, locking that thing out and taking some time with each other, because it was actually a lot of fun.
That was amazing. Yeah, like I had never heard of that app, so that was pretty cool. You didn't tell them the best part, like you get great discounts on good hotels. Like obviously there are hotels and things that you can pay for, by the day, but that's not ideal. You know what I mean? But these are the good ones. These are the good hotels. The $300 and some a night and all of that, or a day, and you get them for the good price. Under $100, things like that, just to be able to pop in for the day. And so,
Yeah, Manny's focused. He said, I can't get a date until I get an SDR roll. You get the roll, brother. You get the roll, man. Locking with us, you coming. Definitely. Yeah, hit one of us up. We'll definitely help with that. Michael said, I would like what the name of that. Oh, yeah. It's called Day Use. It's DAYUSE. It's an app. And basically what you can do is you can kind of go on to like any time of the day. I would encourage you to do it like the day before or even 2 days before, because that's when you get good rates. You can look and see what's available during the day. So they'll give you like a 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m. Or they'll give you like, depending on the hotel, it could be like a 10 a.m. to 2, whatever when it was. We did 10 a.m. to 6. We went the whole time away from the kids. We needed that break, right? So, but the good thing about it is that you're like a regular guest. You can use the amenities there. If they have a restaurant, if they have the pool, you're basically a hotel guest for that period of time. If you need, if you want to, like, let's say you had like us, we have a lot of things going on. So we took some time to rest and just sleep and nap. And you have that time to do so. You have the time to explore the area. If you want to leave your stuff there, you can do that. And I'm talking to the rates that I'm talking about. Like I saw one that was like $300 per night. That for day use, it was like under like what was it 175? What I tell you 175 something like that.
I
I don't.
thought it
It
was
was
less than that. Maybe that was another one, but
yeah, like 165 or something like that. Most of them are like $70, 95, especially wherever you live. If you don't live in a place that has a really high, um,
cost of
really
living, yeah, because
cost of
I'm
living
in
like
Texas.
us,
He up
yeah,
there. He up there with the hot dollar.
yeah. When I looked at Texas, I was like, bro, you could literally do this every week. You like
Yeah,
with the prices are like really good for him. And it's all the whole point about it is that like the reason I was talking about it was like to really just kind of set up a time that you can be away with your loved ones and you can kind of chill and do something. Again, the app is called Dayuse, DAYUSE, and it's basically you can use hotels during the day. And you know what's so cool if you're traveling and for whatever reason, you know, you don't need to spend the night there or whatever, you could kind of like hang out. That's a great option to do, like have that hotel in there for a little bit. Okay, so Scott says security architect is 151, cybersecurity 127, security at auditor 105, pen test 120. Those look right to me.
I mean,
Those look
come on, man.
nice.
Come on, man.
Those look nice. I like that. I like that.
You're doing a
Let's
good service.
let's do that. If you don't want to jump on a call, go ahead and put any questions or thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll post it up and we'll talk about it. But yeah, going back to day use, man. Day use is something that we use. We have another app called. Let's see, I'm getting all these apps away today. Hotel Tonight. Have you ever heard of
Yeah.
that one before?
Nah, I never heard of that one
Hotel,
either.
yeah, Hotel Tonight. Let's say you going out, you went to a concert or something with the wifey. You went out to eat, whatever the case may be, and you know what? I just want to make a good use of the time and just kind of have a good time and just do something. All right, let's just find a hotel tonight. And you literally go on the night on the app, and any hotel in your area that has a hotel room available will have it at a discounted price because nobody's there. So it's the
Yeah,
same thing. Just like go into the app, and that night of you can book something and pretty much be like,
he
oh,
definitely got the apps for sure, bro.
when it comes to
'Cause
date
I mean,
nights.
that's real. Yo, and that's
Yeah,
real.
so
Like, and
hotels.
it makes sense for them, right? Like, yo, nobody was gonna be there anyway. So why not
Yeah,
at least get this little $70 out you, $100 out you, even though it's not the full 200, 300, $400, still be
yeah,
zero. So
yeah.
it's a win-win for everybody.
And you know what that made me think of? It's like that was a problem that was solved. So
Yes,
if you
sir.
think about the hotel industry, the problem was they had some rooms that were not being booked because the traditional way is you come in at 3 o'clock, you check in, for your but so these apps are now filling a gap in the market where they're like, hey, we can help you actually increase revenue by getting these room fills at either
Yeah.
a late night edition or somebody that needs it just for the day. And so I don't know if I just joined. Any idea when they are fixing? I don't know. But yeah, so in regards to the apps, though, like it's amazing to see how these technology companies are really finding gaps in the market, and they're basically kind of like they're filling these holes. They're
Able,
filling it up.
yeah, able to feel it.
Yeah,
Able to
man. I
feel
think
it, bro. And ultimately that's ultimately the goal, even on that cybersecurity side. So if you're pull up those salaries again, bro.
oh, the salaries, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
pull
definitely
those
do
up
that.
again. Like, just think, like, the reason that they're able to pay this amount of money for these roles, right? 151,000, 127 racks, 105,000, 120 racks. The reason why they're able to pay that is because of stuff like that happened with MGM, and the hotels. I mean, and the golly, I can't even think of it right now. What is it? Not hotels.
Oh,
We were just
Caesar.
talking about hotels. Yeah, yeah. The reason that the things that happened to Caesar and MGM, right?
Oh,
Like,
oh,
they literally, social security numbers were stolen,
oh,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah. Mm,
Driver's license numbers stolen. Like, this is data that they could really do some damage with. So yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna pay you 120,000 to test this stuff so that I don't have to literally pay back millions in
yeah,
damages, you know?
yeah. Yeah, and that's what and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. Thosu was saying like, MGM needs to fix this. Like it's they're still working on it. I think I don't think it's fully
Yeah.
fixed yet. And so they need a better IT system and make sure the customer service are educated. Yeah, like it's real. The problem is the engine have proper a well-formed risk management solution to help mitigate possible. Yeah, I think what happens is, and this is unfortunate, and I could be wrong, but I think what happens is, and this is back in
Get
the
lax.
day, yes, a lot of companies were like, oh, man, we gotta pay for we don't want to pay for this because it's expensive. We don't want to pay for
Yeah.
this. I think we're good. We never had anything happen to us, blah blah blah. What we have has been working. But as we know, technology is advancing. We have different additions, whether it's the advancement of AI, all those different things. If a lot of the companies are not ready to get ready, um, and are prepared for these moments, then it's going to happen again and again and again until people start taking cybersecurity as serious as it needs to.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous amount of money.
And we see that happen a lot with and hopefully it doesn't continue to happen, but we see it happen a lot, bro. Like a
Yeah.
lot of times companies and things like that, when they get to a certain level, they stop doing the things that really got them there,
Yeah.
right? So and I'm almost positive that there was a company, a cybersecurity company that has probably came to them that could have maybe helped solve that or stop that from happening, right? But they might have passed on them because the price was way more than what they're paying now.
Mm,
And they're like, hey, what we have right now works. So we're gonna stick
wow.
with it, right? Instead of really listening, really hearing it out, and really taking it, counting up the cost, right? Like, hey, is
Yeah.
this extra X amount worth not having to spend $30 million to get all these people's information back, which is probably still lost on the dark web after they get it back. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dark web diaries, as somebody
Yeah.
put in the below. Like we probably won't know about a lot of these different things. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of came to the resolution that my information is out there somewhere.
Easily.
I think that's just the fact, the nature of the beast.
You literally got to pray that they just don't use it or something. You know what I mean? Like it's probably
Yeah,
have to.
they probably saw a couple things. They're like, this guy ain't nothing.
Hey,
So,
that too, right? Like, hey,
yeah,
nah, they ain't got enough for what we trying to get.
yeah. Like, and I'm gonna keep certain things looking that way.
Exactly.
So they're just like, I'm laughing. Oh, this guy, Michael's hilarious. He's like, oh man, just have the apps on deck. Marriage game changer. That'd be a good thing if you could find out apps to like spice up people's marriages, and not like just like different things you could do, different apps out there that could really kind of help. But like, yeah, like those two, Hotel Tonight. Yeah, that was good for me, and also day use.
Yeah.
Those were really good. I ain't gonna have no more kids, Scott. 6 is enough, bro. He said, bro, gotta make a post about baby number 7 coming soon. I hope not.
God, dog.
I know, just as that kind of scares me. Uh, oh man.
Just a thought. Nah.
Just a thought. I'm just like, oh, I woke up. It's not a nightmare. Okay. Now I'm kidding. I love my kids. Everything's great.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. But yeah, so MGM is giving little info, but based on the work in tech, I have 2 theories. Okay, let me hear your theories, brother.
Give them
You
up.
know what? You need to come on. You need to come on. Let me. Are you on? I think he's on yours. Let me put you in let me send this to you in the private chat so you can put it on your YouTube here. But yeah, send that here. I want to send that to him on your YouTube. Actually, let me do it. I'm being lazy. I could just go to your thread and do it right now.
I didn't want to click
Confused.
on nothing, bro, because I didn't want to mess it up. I'm not on YouTube, or I'm missing everything, y'all. I'm sorry. If y'all are on my stuff, I'm missing it all. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
mess up anything on this.
The good thing is I can pull from both, but I can't post it on yours. So I'm gonna go to yours right now. So he could see it. He would have to come to mine to see it,
Let
and
me
I'm
see.
not
So
trying to do that.
so I do just need to go and then just post it on there if I
Let me
can.
just.
Like I said, I didn't want to
I ain't
mess
gonna
it
lie.
up.
This is funny. Yeah, man. This is we. If y'all came in late, we had a little bit of what they call struggle streaming, right? So so we're both very like don't want to touch anything. You know, we couldn't get on IG today. We couldn't do a couple of things, but I still appreciate y'all for hanging with us. I'm trying to see if I can put it in the chat because I want to hear your theory, and and you talking, brother. Actually, I can't tell who it is. I can't see. 32-9. 32-9. Wait, oh, there you go. You just posted it. So yeah, that's the stream right there.
Put it.
Yeah, I saw you put it. So go ahead, on Thosu. If you don't have to be on camera, but if you have your headphones on, go ahead. We'll put you on the live stream so that you could share your theory. Could you imagine the AE commission that sells it to the casino, Scrooge McDuck? That's right. You know, this is gonna be special. I'm telling you. Like, I mean, and there's people that definitely sell. Like, yeah, just jumping in at the big pile. Remember the cartoon? He jumped in from the top going into all that pile. But yeah, no, honestly, we could really that's what SaaS is all about. Creating solutions to really help these companies. And so this is one of those things. Michael said that's right, Trey. I bet they definitely regret passing up those cybersecurity sales professionals. Woke up and got. Oof, Michael, you ain't telling no lies there. You ain't telling no lies.
No lies were told.
Man, it's okay, my boy 32 and boy, you lying. Are you telling the truth? My boy 32-9? Man.
That's interesting right there. 32 years old, 9 kids. Hey, he got a village, man. He got himself a village.
I got 6. I'm just imagining adding 3 more. Like, I don't even want to. Yeah, we'll go. Blessings to him. Blessings to him.
Yeah, he definitely got that. He got that.
All right. I don't know if this was going to make it, but I'm going to post what he said here. He said, number one,
post it up.
The hackers got into a privileged system and installed processes deep within their operating systems.
Okay.
And then we have 2, the hackers found vulnerabilities and are waiting to strike due to ransom. Okay, so this is like the beginning, basically. He's like, we're just touching the tip of the iceberg here. The biggest fear from an IT perspective is that the hackers were able to identify their entire system infrastructure and can replicate it, thus testing vulnerabilities. That is scary.
So that is scary. Yo, I mean, just thinking about that sounds like some sci-fi, like extra. Just because I'm not all the way on that side, so to me that just sounds super scary. It sounds like somebody literally getting into your stuff, copying it, and then going over here. Okay, can I do this? No. Can I do this? Yes. Boom. Okay, and then I can come back and do it on yours, knowing that I can get in because I already did all this testing, and it's good to go.
Not exactly the same example. I'm thinking about Money Heist. You know that Netflix show Money Heist?
Oh yeah, that was
how
a good
the
one.
Professor was like breaking everything down. I'm thinking they're looking at this thing and they're like, what is the infrastructure right now? We got an idea. We know the schematics, and they're just boom, 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 going at it like that. That is crazy.
It's one of those things, man. I mean, sometimes you don't, you really can't see the whole picture while you're in it, right? Yeah. But like this might be, I don't know, depending on how it plays out. This could be one of the like we could be having this inside of books and reading this, depending on how it plays out. Excuse me.
Yeah, and then Grizzy says, they literally print money. Casinos literally print money, and I bet they just fired somebody who wouldn't stop complaining about vulnerable assets. They like a lot of people are in trouble. With that being said, I'm going to bring Thosu to the stage. I think that's how you pronounce it. Thosu, is that correct?
Let us know how to say it.
Yeah, it sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, man.
And let me ask you: do you have a background in the IT world? Because we're tech sales guys, so we don't.
And it sounds like
you don't really know much about.
I have a background in elements of tech, so not specifically cybersecurity, but like with most in tech, you have to touch a little bit of everything. So in what I do, I have to be mindful of cybersecurity. So whenever I'm passing something through, I need to make sure everything's up to date, make sure that code is written in such a way as to be best practices. So everyone in every place is always mindful of cybersecurity.
Wow. And so You know what? I have a question, but I'm gonna pass it to Trey. Trey, you have a question for Athosu?
Jump yours first. Yeah, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead, bro.
Man, so what you said really, I don't know if you saw the show Money Heist on Netflix, but it made me really think of the professor and how he had this master plan after he got all this information together. Can you break down your theory on what it is you believe these hackers are looking to do, not just for this moment, but even further down the line?
Okay, so my theory, and again, I'm not a professional in the world of cybersecurity, just laying that out front.
Yeah.
But what I think, based on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, is that these hackers clearly are in the business of ransoming, which to me sounds like they want to know as much as they can about their system, and they want to be able to strike at any point, right? So you have different types of attacks. You know, you have some that are just uh, denial of service, right? Just outright attacks to disrupt service. But then you have some that really just seek out vulnerabilities and seek to sort of protect identity. And so what I think is happening is that given their tendency, and also, well, two things. One, given that they're looking for ransom, and two, that we're seeing sporadic random attacks even recently with Caesar's property, is that they have basically been laying out blueprints of how their infrastructure is, right? Their back end, their front end, any type of middleware they have. That way, when the moment comes, they can be like, okay, we're ready to hit it, right? So they probably are keeping a tally of vulnerabilities that exist and are periodically testing it, right? They're not going to always show their hand. For them to do so now by breaking into their system, to me, indicates they feel that they're comfortable enough with their system, their infrastructure, to be able to essentially hold it ransom. And given that we've now been over a week with MGM down, it tells me that that MGM really does not have a handle on their own IT structure.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And just literally based off of that, what you said, that makes total sense, right? Like if I've already been back there and I've been testing, I've been going through. All right, now guys, are we ready? Yes. All right, let's show them a little bit. Let's show them what we can do. And then
That's right.
and now they know, like, hey, based off of what we already know about your system, we know we got you. So give it up.
Exactly.
Oh man, I didn't even think about it from that route.
What makes it worse, or seemingly possibly worse, is that if they're, again, I don't know anything about their system, right? I have my own history, what I've dealt with in terms of back-end systems, some simple, some complicated. Again, I haven't delved too deeply. Personally, my job and profession has only been maybe the last few years. So again, I'm just going for limited experience. But
yeah,
based on what I've seen, the level of intrusion or possible vulnerabilities is so incredibly varied. So you can have vulnerabilities in almost any place. Now we know about the social engineering, obviously, which is you can have vulnerabilities in your customer service, right, and your training of employees so they can release information. In fact, a lot of people don't realize social engineering is literally one of the most common methods and most successful methods for hacker attacks. This is why anyone who's in the business, if you ever go into an IT field, if you ever go into a computer science field, one of the first things they're going to teach you when they're onboarding is going to be something regarding cyber attack. And hey, be careful what you say on the internet. Don't put your information out there. I literally, my last job I was at, literally went through an entire training with that. Like, don't put your stuff out. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect of intrusions. The others, and this is where I think they're having the most difficulty with, which is why it's not coming back up, is when you have okay, so it's important to understand with a lot of these systems, they're not singular, meaning it's not as if MGM just gets a single, say, application or product and that's it, they're done. Everything that they run in their IT infrastructure, right, their information technology infrastructure, where they're going from accounts from back-end servers to their gaming machines, which is the front-end UI. Everything, all of these things have so many different layers to it. And each of them is based on different software, which are built from different places. It could be openware. It can be from software purchased by a third party that has to be dealt with and updated from them. So there's so many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak. It's tough from an IT perspective to know where the vulnerabilities be. You rely on everything being updated. So I imagine that what they're going through is making sure, okay, does everything we have, is it up to date? Is everything that our software is dependent on and interacting with, is it up to date? Are there any vulnerabilities? And one of the things that really concerns me, and this is another thing I haven't mentioned yet, is vulnerabilities that are out in the wild. So most of the time, if you probably know of updating your phone, updating your Windows, right? People don't realize that most of those updates are vulnerability updates. Like they find something. There are people whose job literally it is just to check for vulnerabilities, right? It's like white hackers basically. So you're constantly, everything. It doesn't matter if your operating system, if it's an application, everything is constantly being checked for vulnerabilities and constantly being updated, because there will always be vulnerabilities as things change and progress. So what I'm thinking is that there may be a vulnerability that has yet to have been noticed and to have been seen, and therefore it hasn't been mentioned yet. And that's the biggest problem, and that's what they're probably most worried about.
That's what's keeping them up at night.
Yeah, because if it was as easy as just updating their system, I mean, they could just restart whatever. But again, they have to go through everything. And as I mentioned, there's so many layers to it. Like, how far first of all, they need to see whose account did they get a hold of.
Yeah.
Did that account have certain privileged access within their servers and back end? Just because they got access to some CEO doesn't mean that CEO has like admin access to their operating system or anything like that. It could just be they have a superficial access, but it could still, again, they have to find that trail. How deep did it go? Because at any point, there could be something running in the kernel. It could be something running somewhere deep that they don't know. And so they would have to restart literally everything. It's gonna be tough.
That's a mess.
It's a mess. It's a mess of huge proportions. I want to just it's a lot. It's a lot for sure.
That reminded like everything that he was saying. It reminds you of like TV shows that you watch and you see this stuff happening, right? But then you don't. I mean, I guess it's because it's on TV. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a possibility. But then when it actually plays out in real life, you're like, oh, wow. Like there are really teams and really like people who they are trying to do this every day. And if they succeed, they can really do major damage.
But I tell you, TV usually does a poor job of showing how hackers do it. It's usually like some screen with a bunch of numbers going. It's ridiculous. But you kind of accept that. However, where shows can do a good job is showing the ramifications of hacking. So, a system going down or someone losing access or control or something. There's a lot of things that can be done. It's because more of what we depend on relies on technology and usually an IT system.
And like you said, when you're working with multiple different companies that are trying to, like, you're literally making these things mesh together. I've heard stories, even like people who like, oh, this person works at a bank and they're the teller, and then they are assisting someone who's actually doing the robbery. Like, so, I mean, everything, like the things that you said earlier, I was like, oh man, that makes total sense. I've heard about this type of stuff.
Oh, the social
doing
engineering
it on a larger scale.
aspect?
Yeah, social engineering. Yeah, that side. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of people don't realize that's the most common and effective method of hacking. But what's interesting is that if you notice, the ramifications of the MGM hacking went beyond just Las Vegas. I mean, it's hitting everywhere that MGM has some interest in, which tells me that their systems, they carry out throughout their entire international product, right? So whatever their system is, and this is what I'm wondering personally, because I don't know if they'll ever answer, honestly, but I'm honestly wondering, I would love to see how their back end functions, because There is just no what I would call modularization, where if one system goes down and gets compromised, there's some fail safe in place or some connectivity in place to prevent it from infections to carry over to other sections, right?
Yeah.
So if they don't have that in place, they might. I'm wondering seriously if they're considering just doing a complete scrap of their IT system and starting from scratch or relative scratch, which is why it's taking forever. If they're trying to push, I really would love to know what's going on behind the scenes, because it sounds like their current system, IT system, is not making them happy, or at least is not completely up to snuff.
Man, I doubt that they would
will we
ever.
ever know?
I doubt they would ever show us that. They probably
No,
only
they
show us that on a movie. We'll have to see it from a movie from somebody who was on the inside.
We'll
that
find out
sold
10
it.
years from now when a movie comes
Exactly
out about
when
the
they
MGM.
can. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks. We got another call coming in. Also, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. We definitely
man.
appreciate it. Those two.
Yeah, no problem.
And hopefully we get to hear from you.
Stuff.
Yeah. So let me bring on now Scott. Scott, we have you on. Are you good to go now at your audio?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with him, man. That's spot on. I mean, it can be anything. Like, I mean, it could have been something as simple as, because a lot of times when they get these routers and stuff like that, you hear about it and you're supposed to. A lot of times, like with the routers and switches and networks, they leave the admin passwords on there. You know what I mean? Like, so that's something as simple as not changing your admin username and password. Most of the companies, they just have a generic default one that can be looked up online easily. There's a website, I don't know if I should share it or not. There's a website that I know that you can go on to, and it literally, you can look on it and it tells you open IP addresses that don't have anything locked down, where you can just get onto it and look at anything. But you can look at like webcams, you can look at people's Ring cameras. It's
Yeah.
I heard about it on episode of, I think it was either Darknet Diaries or Cybersecurity. It was one of the podcasts I listened to, and I literally went to look it up, and sure enough, I mean, it shows printers, that anything, it just random IP addresses that where nobody secured it, and you can just get onto the network. And a lot of times that's what it is. You just something simple like that is just left open. That's your gateway in. Once you get through that and go through like a webcam or a Ring cam or something like that, you get on the network and you can just go from there. You can find your way to the host computer and you can do anything you want. So, it could be something as simple as that. Or like I put in the chat earlier, your emails. Like my company, with the medical field, they do periodic testing all the time. Like our company sends out emails, like spam emails and fake emails, that to see if they can get employees to open up and see if they're paying attention, to see if it's a legitimate email from the company. Like the logo could be different, it could be broken English if you're not paying attention to that. You know what I mean? It could be the actual sender. Like you may get it from your company, but it'd be a letter off, or it say your company name at the top, but under the name, like the actual sender, it'd be like some random generated, right? You know what I mean? So a lot of times people don't pay attention; they just open it up.
Yeah, that one's huge. I mean, even just in my personal life, like I've gotten in the habit of like, because you when you're online and stuff like that, people hit your inbox and you get these offers and you get like random companies and all this kind of stuff. But then, I've gotten into the habit of literally like clicking that drop down just so I can see, okay, what does the end of this email say? At what? Because it really, man, because if you don't, you can, like, some of these emails now, especially if they know how to use Chat GPT and all these other AI writing tools, like now they can sound just as real as it's coming from the real company. And so you really have to go through those checks to make sure, just on a personal level, let alone in the company.
Bro, they going on Canva and what I'm saying, copying logos and getting on Canva and tweaking a little bit. And if you said you ain't really paying attention, you're not even gonna notice, brother, that's a different logo. You know what I'm saying? And they using all these Canva, Photoshop, Like these cats is on it, bro. They know what to do and how to get people, bro. If you ain't paying attention, you gonna get caught slipping.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like now it really becomes a numbers game. It's just like if you're in anything, right? It's a numbers game. Like if I go through enough people, if I talk to enough people, if I send enough emails, somebody's gonna slip up. And when they do, I'm ready to do some damage. And so it's one of those things where, like, that's why your company, that's why all the companies, they send out these emails and they're trying to make sure, like, hey, if you get the email that doesn't look right, click the phishing button, or they're telling you to do all these things, but it's because they know, like, somebody's probably gonna slip up.
Yeah.
We need to try and nip it in the bud. So, if somebody did slip up, hey, email sent out to everybody. Somebody clicked on, certain, and that might have been from the company, but it's just to keep you sharp and keep you alert, because if not, man, it can easily happen in the day to day.
And we get those all the time. We get those all the time. I feel like
you only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I even get text messages say, "Hey, I'm the CEO, of your company, name and everything. I got locked out. Can you help me back in?" I'm like,
man, you crazy.
Right.
I pretty much know that you're not the CEO.
Hey, Mr. CEO, you better contact Bob of IT security, because I can't do nothing for you.
I'm the last person that you trying to, come on, man.
Report phishing.
Good try. Exactly. Good try.
Right.
Yeah, man. But thank you, Scott, for jumping on. This was actually fun. I like the fact that we could bring people on to talk. So thank you so much, Scott, for jumping on with us. I really appreciate that.
Man, y'all my brothers, man. I appreciate both of y'all, man. It's family right here. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's my guy.
All right. Well, with that being said, like I said, I normally have an hour. My kids hold me ransom, right? I only have like an hour before they come and start to, hey, what are you doing? Your time's up. So that's kind of my case right now. But I want to say it was fun in spite of the technical difficulties. Sorry, IG, we couldn't get to you today. Yeah, that's true. Your package has arrived at FedEx. Contacts X, Y, and Z to receive more information. I'm more concerned about my parents when it comes to stuff like this.
Yes.
Me, I'm like, the older demographic, I'm a little bit concerned. They caught on, but there's either one of two things. One is like, hey, I pretty much click on everything, or two, like, I ain't clicking on anything.
Nothing.
Because and I'm literally calling my mom, and she's like, I don't know if that's you. You send me a request on Facebook, whatever. I don't know if that's you. And I'm like, okay, man, I kind of get it.
Because even me, man, I got family on like Facebook. I'm like, I don't know if this is your account. You're gonna have to tell me in person that, hey, I tried to, because I already have you as a friend. So you trying to add again? Like, I understand sometimes people make more accounts, but you're gonna have to tell me in person, like, hey, I just tried to add you again, and because you just don't know.
Yeah,
it's tough.
You just don't know. You just don't know. Well, with that being said, y'all, this has been fun. We're gonna probably do this again next week, Monday. Still trying to work out the bugs, trying to make sure that Instagram is on. I tested it earlier; it was on earlier. Whatever reason, didn't work this time. But we're gonna work those bugs out, and hopefully, we'll be able to have a solid live stream again the next week, Monday. But thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Now you got one ad from me, fam. LOL.
I feel you.
That's right. When it comes to Facebook and anything like that, y'all. Well, till next time, we'll see you. What I normally say? Something elbow grease, whatever. Later, y'all. Talk to you later.
All right, now.